Chris, you have got to watch this.
Look at what you're watching.
Anime.
Oh God, no. No.
Whatever.
No.
Whatever.
No.
Whatever.
No. I say nay, nay. That's a total negatory, good buddy. No.
Bruh.
So we're going to talk about our favorite things from 2014.
Yay!
This kitty's one of them.
Always top of the best of 14 of
Yeah.
every year. She's back, kicking it.
She's all over Josh's shit today.
Yeah, she's really giving me some attention. I like it.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow!
What was your favorite video game of 2014?
That's easy, since I made a video about it on my other channel.
You
I'll put the
did?
link below. It was a downloadable game that was my favorite, and that was Shovel Knight.
That is a really good game. If you haven't played it, you have to play that game. It's especially if you're early 30s, mid 30s, because it's childhood. It's everything you did with all the games you play as a child. And it's fucking awesome.
It's designed like an old school Nintendo game. The gameplay is kind of a combination of DuckTales and Mega Man.
Yeah, I played it for like 30 minutes, and
I had to take the controller away from it because we needed to shoot an episode.
Yeah, I really like that game. It's a lot of fun.
But it's really hard, just like those old games are.
Unforgiving.
Yeah, it's challenging. The graphics are retro as fuck, but they're good.
Yeah, they're real sharp.
The music is amazing. The controls are spot on. Everything about it is just fun. Mm-hmm. And I played that game for hours and hours on end. I had played that game so much a couple of times that my gamepad on my Wii U, which is what I downloaded it for, my gamepad died in my hands. The battery ran out of juice while I was playing the game, and I had to stop so I could let that thing charge.
It was a Kickstarter game, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
that's-
like congratulations to those people.
And you hear a
That's
lot
really
of horror stories about like the video games that get developed through Kickstarters, and sometimes they just end up being absolute ass,
huge. Yeah.
or they never
Or they
get
don't
finished.
even get finished yet.
Yeah, I didn't even know about it until it was already out. And seriously, it's one of the best games I've ever played. It is just so much fun. It's so well made. And on top of that, it's like all about retro love. So it's right up my alley since I love the retro video gaming.
Yeah. Easy to pick up, but really, really tough to get through it. Like It's a tough game. A lot of fun.
So what was your favorite game of the 2014?
The 014. It has to be Grand Theft. This was the first Grand Theft that I actually finished from like the last two Grand Thefts that I've played. I played every single Grand Theft, and the last couple Grand Thefts I didn't even finish. I just got to the point where I start putting in codes, give me all the ammo, let's blow shit up. But this one, the story in this one was a lot of fun, and having all the different characters, being able to go back and flip through characters in the story, and sometimes you would be doing something, you'd be in a car chase or whatever, you just get out of it, and you're like, alright, I'm gonna go see what Trevor's doing, and he's in his underwear sitting in the desert, you know, and you're just like, that's awesome. Like, you never know where they're gonna be, what they're doing. The game's constantly moving in its own life, in its own world, and you can tell they put a lot of time in it. They pushed it back for good reason, because I really think it was a great game. A lot of fun. The online thing I thought was really cool, and the story itself was really cool. A lot of fun. The world, I think it's the best world they've created.
Even though it is from the other games.
Yeah.
I mean, it is San Andreas, and that was a game itself in the PS2 days.
But yeah, it's a really beautiful game and really well done. A lot of those games you get to where a game looks so good that the gameplay sucks. That everything.
They focused on graphics other than gameplay.
And this one I thought had a really
it's everything.
good balance and a lot of good humor, a lot of good jokes and things that are funny. And it's your Grand Theft, but it's definitely
evolved.
Yeah, it's definitely evolved, and you can see where this is gonna go, where this is gonna be going.
Yeah, I just recently started playing it for the PS4.
Yeah.
And I have Grand Theft Auto 4, and everyone talks about how good Grand Theft Auto 4 was, but it lost me like 3 or 4 hours into the game. Last week I started playing Grand Theft Auto 5 finally, and just the fact that there's 3 different characters that are always doing their own thing, and they interconnect and they cross paths, and like 2 characters work together a little bit, and all that. It's just really, really fun, and it's more involving that way, at least for me.
Yeah, I was really blown away. There's one mission that after playing it, I was like, this game is awesome. The heist, once you start getting into the heist, you're building your team.
I did the jewelry store heist the other day.
It's really fun. There's a part where you're breaking in a bank, and you breaking out of the bank, and you are laced in this armor, and you can barely move in these big chain guns. You're literally walking through this town with the 3 of you, and you're trying to get through the area, and there's tanks coming, there's cops there where you're just sitting there blowing everything up. There's just so much intense shit going on, and like a lot of the battle scenes and like things of that nature are set up as like a movie, and you're just kind of playing through it, and well done. I really enjoyed Grand Theft this past year. That's my favorite.
And by the way, next time we decide to talk about something I haven't finished yet, spoiler alert!
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about films.
I like films.
Oh, well then, wow. It's happening then. We're doing this. What was your favorite film of 2014?
One that came out this year that I really enjoyed was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Biggest surprise of the year.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm a huge fan of Chris Pratt now. I mean, he has jumped my list. He's right up there with Matt Damon and Franco on my favorite dudes in Hollywood.
Matt Damon! You got fucked by RoboCop, dude!
That movie got me to start watching Parks and Rec, and he's fucking brilliant on Parks and Rec.
Because he's fat.
Yeah, well, he's just fat. He's just an idiot, but he's so like
lovably stupid.
Yeah, like he's just great at that. He's great at that role.
Surprised the hell out of me because everyone was expecting that movie to be a huge bomb.
Mm-hmm.
It was going to be like Marvel's first big bomb, and it turned out to be like the biggest movie of the year.
Yeah, killer soundtrack. It was just everything was right about it. It even had
perfect casting.
Perfect casting. It had enough in it to help sell action figures and do that kind of shit that they got to do. Not too much, you know. And he had like great music, a really fun story. All the characters were great. I thought they were flushed out enough for the first film.
The villains are good. The heroes are good.
Yeah, it's just it was
action's awesome.
Yeah,
humor level is up there.
Yeah, special effects and creativity I thought were right on point. I thought it was well.
It's made a person of interest out of James Gunn. He went from directing movies that nobody really gave a shit about to being like the most in-demand director in Hollywood right now.
Joss Whedon right now. I think Marvel did put out another movie, like you're saying, where no one expected a lot of marketing behind it, but I think that movie raised the bar.
Well, because all we really got in this wave were sequels.
Yeah.
To movies from the first wave. And this was like the first one that wasn't connected to any of that stuff. It's a standalone movie, basically.
Yeah.
You know, the only connection is Thanos and the Infinity Gems. But there's no Thor showing up. There's none of that crap. You have to get invested in all these new people, and they're all awesome.
Yeah. Well, you had like Captain America that raised the bar for what your solo superhero is supposed to do. And
Captain America 2.
The Captain America 2, and then this one kind of raised what that big cast
superhero
films can do. Yeah, the ensemble. So yeah.
So Avengers 2 has a lot to live up to after that.
Yeah, and I think it will. Yeah. I think it's going to be great. So what was yours?
Speaking of Captain America, Captain America: The Winter Soldier was my favorite movie of 2014 because
it's a good film.
Not only because it was awesome and it wasn't just an action movie, it was actually a really good thriller that had a really awesome twist in it that basically changes the whole Marvel universe. But it's also the fact that I hated the first Captain America movie, and I had no expectations for the second one. I was expecting to not like it at all, and I walked out of the theater going, that's probably the best Marvel movie I've seen so far. And the fact that it came from the 2 guys who directed You, Me, and Dupree.
What are you gonna do? Hit me with that thing? You gonna hit me with that thing?
Stop it!
Come on, I dare you! Whoa!
Dad!
You dared me.
It makes my brain melt a little bit. I don't understand how someone made these 2 guys that made that hunk of flaming dog shit made a movie that awesome. There's so much cool shit going on in it. The whole twist with... I don't want to ruin it. In case people haven't seen it.
You guys have seen it.
The whole thing with Hydra having taken over S.H.I.E.L.D. is just awesome. It changes everything. It even changed the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show because of how awesome it is. Chris Evans is perfect as that character. Scarlett Johansson, goddamn, I just want to cup that ass in my hands. I want to get lost in her eyes.
I think she deserves a solo
Yeah,
movie.
they need to make a Black Widow movie. She's just
awesome.
kicks so much ass in that flick. I was even going like, Robert Redford in a superhero movie? What the fuck? Oh my god! Yeah. Holy fuck! It's just awesome. And then the whole Bucky thing is just amazing.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see how that storyline works out, because it ends kind of on a cliffhanger. Mm-hmm. And I want to see how that pans out. And are they going to go the route that they did in the comic books with Captain America dying and someone taking his place, like Bucky ended up taking his place? Mm-hmm. And the Falcon ended up taking his place at one point too. Like right now, I think the Falcon is Captain America. So, are they going to kill off Chris Evans, Captain America, and replace him with one of those two guys? I don't know, but I really want to find out. The fact that the movie managed to make the Falcon goddamn amazing is what was the other big shocker. I thought that character was amazing. I loved him in that movie. Just the way the suit was, and it wasn't like a suit, it was just like a backpack. Yeah. On every level, it was just fun. There's nothing bad I can say about that movie. There was nothing I did not like.
Yeah, so it was the year of Marvel. Again.
Yeah. Stop being awesome, Marvel!
Excelsior!
So what was your favorite Toasty moment of 2014?
Man, it's tough.
There was a lot of cool shit we did.
Yeah, we had
a lot of surprises.
Yeah, we did a lot more than I thought we were going to do in our first year.
Yeah, a lot more guests than I ever thought possible.
I think Taryn was cool. It was nice to meet Taryn.
Taryn was a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I would love to have her back and do a follow-up.
Yeah. Well, there's a thing to it that, like, it was kind of a last-second thing.
Yeah. And it was really late. You guys don't understand how late that was that she showed up. You guys showed up at my place around like 10:30 at night, and I had to work the next day. So.
Yeah, she was filming, so like she didn't have time to get off. But yeah, we kind of just squeezed it in. It worked out. But if we had time to plan and put together, it would have been a little different. But it was fun. Glad we did it. I think my favorite part of 2004 Toasty is that we are still doing Toasty. I just came to you with an idea.
Yeah, this is all him.
Yeah, it's just my idea. Yeah. I threw the idea out. Chris made it work. So yeah, it's cool.
I just do the editing.
Yeah, which is a lot of it, the entertaining part. Because if you were sitting in here just listening to us talk, you'd just be like, these guys are fucking nerds.
They don't stop. Put a filter on those fucktards.
You would know what my wife feels like, and my wife just rolls her eyes at me half the time. It's like, I don't know what that means, Josh. Well,
why do you keep talking about this Borderlands thing? Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, like my wife just poured. God bless her. I think the con.
That was what mine was gonna be. Even though, honestly. When you watch that video and we do that joke at the beginning that nobody showed up, nobody showed up. That was not us fucking around. Nobody showed up because the con people stuck us at the ass end of at the hotel. There was nothing going on in that area. There was nobody around. Our room was right next to the exit. And it was on a Sunday, which was the last day of the con. There was hardly anyone there to begin with because it was Sunday. Yeah.
Sundays are usually people go and buy stuff on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday's a day where everyone is in the dealer's hall. Yeah. That everyone was there. We were told that we needed to get badges to get in. We had to go buy our own badge to get in. It was right by the exit. We walked in through the exit and right into the fucking room we needed to go into. Nobody said shit to us. Yeah. One person even came in that worked for the con and was like, "Are you guys doing okay? Do you guys have everything you need?" She didn't even look to see if we had badges. Yeah. And then we even, at the end of it, when we were done, we were walking around the hotel, and we were walking to areas you needed to have a badge. And seriously, it was like these teenage kids that have no social skills watching the door going, "Do you have a badge? Okay, then, don't worry about it. Don't talk to me.
Don't talk. I don't exist.
I don't want them to hit me.
I don't exist.
Like, do you have a badge? No? Okay. It was really odd.
Yeah.
And then Robert walks in. Yeah. Robert randomly walked in and was like, "Hey! Can I be with you guys on the show?" We're like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And he was funny.
Yeah, he was fun.
He got me excited to be there because we were just gonna not waste the opportunity and just record an episode while we're there. But he made it work for me.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of the thing of it. Everything like me and Chris talk about, like the episodes, we basically put together about 20 seconds before we start filming.
Yeah, we just basically go, what should we talk about?
So The one cool thing about Toasty that you guys may not recognize is that whatever you see just kind of happens. So speaking of him, like, or when we went to the toy store, we did the episode
the comic
there.
toys.
Yeah, we didn't have any questions. We're just like, hey, let's go to this toy store.
I contacted the guy. He said to come on. Was it a Sunday we went?
Yeah.
And the thing was, when we got there, we could tell off the bat he was not interested in being interviewed. He was kind of like me. He was kind of shy and didn't really feel comfortable talking to these two random strangers that walked in with a camera. And it's kind of like we were putting him on the spot, basically. So I was standing there. Josh was outside smoking, and I was setting up in the store, and I said to him, I was like, "Are you okay with being interviewed?" And he just kind of went, "No, you guys can just film the store, and I'm okay with that." I'm like, "All right," but because of that, I said, "Well, it'd be a good idea if we got all the store shooting done first, and we talked to him as we're doing it." And in doing that, he got more comfortable with us. And then I said, "Hey, Josh, now's the time."
Yeah.
And Josh went up to him and goes, "You want to be interviewed?" And he said, "Okay."
Yeah.
And you got an interview.
Yeah. He was great, too. He's a cool guy. Awesome store.
And the arcade was awesome.
Oh, yeah, the arcade was
The arcade
awesome.
was, out of all of the field trips that we did, I think the arcade was my favorite.
Yeah.
Because Zespi was just so welcoming and down to earth, and he was so super thrilled that we were there.
Yeah, he was awesome.
It wasn't like he really
welcoming.
needed us to be an advertisement vehicle for him.
Right.
He just loved the fact that he could show off these games to us, and we were excited about it too.
Yeah.
And I think he fed off the fact that we are big gamers, and he's got this big playroom basically to show off.
Toys. But yeah, he was great. We gotta get him back on too. I've never met anybody who knows much about arcade. That's what he did.
Just hearing the stories about how they put together that Addams Family pinball machine, and it was basically an anchor for a boat.
Yeah.
And they hobbled together two different machines to make one that works, and it worked fantastically.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know that it came out of a pier.
Yeah, you have no idea what the story of it behind it. It just looks like an arcade.
That's what was interesting. It was like hearing that he had a story about each and every single cabinet that he had, which was... It was fascinating.
Yeah, he definitely loves what he's doing. He's not doing it to make money. He does it because it pays his bills, but he enjoys it.
Loved the arcade. I loved going to the toy shop. I loved having Taryn and the cheap plastic mask people and getting Jake to kind of be our horror guy for the show. He's agreed to be on the show as many times as we want him to.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. And Erica's awesome. I mean, she's loved by the majority of the world, so that was really cool.
The thing is, I did not realize how awesome the other YouTubers are. I mean, we're nobodies. I mean, nobody watches our videos. Yeah. There's like 30 people that watch our videos, and that's about it. We have 50 subscribers.
And we love you guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. But I mean, basically, like in this grand scheme of, who's the most watched, and we're at the bottom.
Yeah.
But the fact that
she's got 200,000.
Yeah. But the fact that I just contacted Erica Zabel on a whim to say, "Hey, I love your show. I watch your show. Would you be interested in helping us out and doing a video about anime since that's what you specialize in? We're talking about anime. We know nothing about modern anime. Would you please help us out a little bit?" And within 20 minutes of me sending her that message, she was like, "Yes, I will do that. That is awesome. I would love to."
Yeah.
And I was not expecting that. I was expecting, "Oh, my schedule is busy. I got my own stuff I got to deal with." No. Yeah. But it was like, she was like, "I don't care. I love talking about this stuff. Why not?" Yeah. And then I said, "I need someone else to talk about anime since we know nothing about it." So another guy that I watch who does gaming and anime videos is the guy Playongo, and same exact thing. 20 minutes after I sent him a message just saying, "Would you be interested in helping us out? We're nobodies." And within a day I had a video from him.
Yeah.
And that blew my mind. I was like, this guy actually took time. These people, both of them, took time out of their schedule to film this thing for us. Yeah. And we're nobodies. It just shows you how awesome the YouTube community is. And everyone wants to help each other out. And I've offered our services if they needed anything from us, in return, that we would do it. My reasoning for doing that is, we can get a little bit more exposure by having these people help us out. But at the same time, it's like, we want to be a part of the YouTube community.
Yeah, there's a lot you can learn.
We're not doing this to make money. I mean, we're not making any money off of this show. We haven't monetized our account. We're doing it because we like doing it. We want to be part of the YouTube community. We just need people to realize that we're there.
Yeah.
That we've been undiscovered so far for
Yeah.
the first year.
We're buried a little
But we haven't given up.
bit. We'll never give up.
Nah. Never give up.
We will be as annoying as
Never
you
surrender.
don't want us to be.
Yeah, we're going to be that little fly that keeps buzzing your ear when you're trying to eat your burger on a picnic.
Yeah.
Go away, Toasty! Go away! You suck, but you're kind of awesome too.
Be like, Toasty!
Eh, what was that?
Do you like sushi?
This isn't cool, man. I'm not watching anime. No! No! It has mystical powers!
Boobies.
Where? You son of a bitch!
We all float down here. One of us.
No! No! And this damn thing keeps popping off. What the fuck is with this plate? I don't know what to say.
Beep beeps.
No!
Boobies.
That was awesome.